Beginning to wonder if y'all are getting tired of this closet yet or not. If you are, I have no idea where else I'm going to film, but hello! This video is going to be a what sold video for the week of November 15th to November 21st, and this is going to be everything I have sold on my various platforms for that week. I'm still a part-time reseller, so I'm still at the point where sharing all of my sales doesn't make this a 30-minute video. Maybe at some point I will get there, but for right now, I still have only a few sales to share with you. So I actually have more than one platform to share with y'all today, and we're gonna start with the biggest surprise for me at this time of year, which is Poshmark. I sold something on Poshmark. I completely forgot that they had done the update where you can do bulk sharing, so I can share all 80 things in my closet in like 2 minutes. And I do that maybe once every 3 or 4 days if I remember to do that. So again, until I get where I want to be on eBay, cross-posting is not really a priority for me, but I sold this L-Space bathing suit cover-up in size medium for $21 on Poshmark, and on Poshmark the buyer pays for shipping. This was actually an offer sent to me, so there was no discount on the shipping. Very happy about this because I think I paid $3.89 for this in Mississippi when I went and visited my lovely ladies. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it up above, but very happy that the skirt sold, and I made, you know, $13 profit, and it sold in November of all times to sell it. So now we're gonna move into Etsy. I don't know what it is about cozy season, but that seems to be when my Etsy wakes up. I get my Etsy sales from like October to like March, and then like the warm months it completely dies, and then it comes back in the fall again. I don't know what it is about that. Or maybe it's the things I sell there, like these soup mugs. You guys see me pick these up anytime I find them, as long as they're not chipped or cracked. I picked up 3 productions as well as the originals, and I sold 2 mugs. I sold the clam chowder one, the double-handled mug, and also a mushroom mug, I believe. And they paid for $34.56, and that includes shipping and taxes. Super happy to sell those because I believe I paid 50 cents each for those mugs. Very happy about that. And then I sold this pair of Laladro ducks, and these went international to Canada, and they paid $36.19, and that does include international shipping as well. And I'm very happy that these left. Now, I would not recommend picking up Laladro duck figurines. I paid $3 a piece for these, so I sold them for $8. So I technically made like, I doubled my money on each one, but it took 2 years for these to sell. I thought that they would sell much better for me when I picked them up 2.5 years ago. That was when I was watching a lot of Crazy Lamp Lady, and she does great with Laladro and these little animal figures. I don't have her audience. I don't have her clientele list, so they sat. But I'm glad that they've moved on to a new home and they didn't get smashed and trashed. So that's the important thing, that I eventually sold them. They are out of my house and I am never going to buy them again. I have learned my lesson. And then now we're gonna go into eBay, where I have a few sales to share. This is another bad buy, although I think it's only a bad buy because my photographs kind of sucked and I didn't have anyone model this. So this is a vintage 90s large acrylic knit top, and you would think vintage 90s super in right now, but something like this would probably have done better modeled, and also with better photographs, and also on a different platform. But it did eventually sell. It actually sold to a woman. So I keep forgetting that there are people like me in the world that like wearing oversized vintage men's sweaters as like their regular winter gremlin vibes, and I'm guessing she did the same thing, and this went off for $60.89 with free shipping. Again, that's how old this listing is. It's a 2-year-old listing, and I did have to send it in a priority padded flat rate, So the good thing is that I only paid $2 for this sweater. So I still made a good amount of money. Like I still 3x, 4x my money, but I sat on it for 2 years. So would I buy that again? Probably, because it's green and I have a weakness for green. Also, I just know that I know how to sell this kind of stuff better now. So I just put it in my inventory and forgot about it. I would pick it up again because I'm dumb. Don't be me. If you don't have the time to like model and take appropriate photographs to sell it to the right demographic that's gonna sell, like buy it from you, like don't do that to yourself. Just don't do it to yourself. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna share with you is this set of 3 David Baldacci books. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that poor man's name. I sold 3 of them to the same buyer. They did the buy more, save more, and I shipped them off, and I'm very happy about this sale. Anytime more of these books behind me leave, the better. But I'm doubling my money on these books, and they're leaving my house. So I'm very happy that what I thought I was going to as a failure has turned into kind of a win. I also sold this pair of Logitech G935 headphones, headset. I use these, I bought these brand new to support one of my streamer friends, because I do stream on Twitch, and because he got this Logitech sponsorship and I wanted to support him because, you know, friends support friends. And I hate these. I hated them from the beginning, and it's not because there was anything wrong with the headphones themselves. The headphones were probably one of the most comfortable pair of headphones I have worn, as far as being able to wear them for a long period of time. The sound quality was fine, and the audio quality was fine, as far as like the voice and the mic and stuff. The problem with these headphones is Logitech's software, their G-Hub software. Anytime the software updated, these headphones didn't work. And I had to uninstall G-Hub, reinstall G-Hub, install these like they were a brand new pair of headphones that had never been paired before they would work again. But I don't have to deal with them anymore because I sold them, because my partner gave me his Astro headphones to go with the computer that he built for me. So these went off to Puerto Rico. Maybe they'll have better luck with them than I did, but they work fine. They just, anytime the software updates, I had to go through that process. Could it have been that my computer was just that much of a crapshoot? Yes. Could it also be that G-Hub sucks? Also yes. However, Logitech makes great cameras. They're just the other periphery, not so much. But I sold it for $40, and they paid $10 in shipping to send it to Puerto Rico. Again, this was like something that I bought and used for 2 years. When I bought it new, it was like $170, so, but I also wrote it off as like a business expense. So I'm gonna say it's profit. This next piece is a St. John's knit large women's like basic top. This is their classic Santana knit. That's like what they're known for. I bought this for $4 and I sold it for $20, and the buyer paid $5.50 for shipping. So I'm very happy that that's gone. You all know how much I love rescuing restaurant wear, because I do feel like they're an important part of the American story. There's not a whole lot of American pottery like made in America anymore. So when I find vintage restaurant wear, I like to purchase it to save it from being smashed and trashed. So I let this go for $5 and they paid $10 for shipping. I paid less than $1 for this plate, so I still 3x my money. That being said, I only made I made a total of $3 of profit off of this, but something didn't get smashed and trashed, and it's probably going to a collector. So I'm very happy about that. I then sold this pair of Roper Western boots for $30, and the buyer paid for shipping. And yep, they're just a pair of cowboy boots. It's very rare that cowboy boots don't get marked up where I am. This was $7, and they were pretty much like new. And so I'm glad that they've moved off to a new home and that I don't have them anymore, because they took up a lot of space. I then also sold this AC/DC wallet. Now this was pre-owned. I paid $2 for this at the Restore. I found it in a ceramic dish that I was looking at, and I opened it up and found this. No, it wasn't someone's actual wallet with money in it and like ID. If it was like someone's actual wallet that they were still using, I would have turned it in, but this was just a regular wallet. It had the Restore price sticker on it for $2, and I sold it for $14.87, and the buyer paid for shipping because this style isn't made anymore. This particular style. There's still like the snap closure, like metal head type AC/DC wallets still being made. They're just not this exact style. So I knew it would be worth picking up. And then this is something that I purchased when I still worked at Adidas. So very long ago, I sold this new Adidas women's small Supernova Climacool top. This is actually in like the Boston Marathon colors for the year for 2009. I know that because that's where I bought it. that's where I purchased this. I originally had purchased this for myself, but I'm not really a big fan of long sleeve stuff and running. I don't know why that is. I don't like being restricted in my movement. I think it's just because of the fact that I have such broad shoulders that like when I'm running I do this a little bit too much. I don't know. I tried it on, I didn't like it, so now I've sold it. I'm gonna do this as a net zero for me as cost of goods go, so I'm gonna say that this is all profit once you take the shipping out. So I made 20 bucks off of this. Yay. And then this last thing was an experiment I did that was not a good one. So I have success selling Columbia stuff. Columbia is really plentiful in this area because of the fact that, you know, there's a lot of hiking, fishing, that kind of stuff. And there's also an outlet here in Williamsburg. And when I went to visit my friends in Mississippi, Magellan is like their Columbia down there. It's the same kind of athletic brand. But I have realized that the weight of the brand is not as strong as Columbia. So I picked up a bunch of Magellan shirts to try to see how they would do. And they don't do anywhere near as well as my Columbia pieces. My Columbia pieces move pretty fast. These Magellan pieces, I sold one the first 2 weeks I listed it, and then the other two have just kind of sat. So I just let this one go for $7, and the buyer paid for shipping. And I only doubled my money because I think I bought it for $3.89 when I was in Mississippi. So I didn't even double my money. I just made my money back. So do I recommend picking up Magellan fishing shirts for yourself? Yes, if that's something that you like to wear. For resale, no, probably not. So that is all of my sales for the week of November 15th and November 21st. I would like to say that I do understand the importance of cross-listing. It is really nice to have sales on other platforms. I just don't have the time or the energy with having a full-time 9-to-5, and definitely also not when I'm having to spend an hour a day going to the boys' house and then coming back here because I don't have running water in my home because I'm still in the middle of this kitchen remodel. So I will eventually get to cross-posting because I'm so close to my 500 listing goal on eBay, and then I can start focusing on other things or spreading my focus a little bit. But I do understand the importance of cross-listing because I don't know if you've noticed, but my eBay sales were a little bit fewer this last week, and the Poshmark and the Etsy sales really helped fill in those gaps, so I was still making daily sales. So it is important to cross-post if you have the time and energy. I will hopefully have that again soon, but thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you're having a good day doing whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Bye. Also, this is why she's not like meowing or yelling at me anymore. It's because now I've brought this seat here, and so she has her own seat that she lays down and hangs out with me on while I'm filming.